RFDTV's Rural Education Special is brought to you by the Institute for Integrative Nutrition.
The idea is to have the world be healthy.
We're seeing with the new education, with the different types of curriculums that we're having coming down federally, agriculture is not exactly emphasized within this new type of curriculum.
The importance of technology in today's world has changed dramatically in the past few years, and it's going to continue to change.
America's Farmers Grow rural education is important because it is a direct financial boost to a specific need.
As America's farmers, you know nothing is more important than the next generation. So the Monsanto Fund is giving $2.3 million to rural public school districts to enhance math and science curriculum.
The America's Farmers Grows Rural Education Grant is going to make a large difference for our kids because a lot of these students wouldn't have had the opportunity to use this technology without this grant.
The standalone greenhouse that we'll be building with the grant, we'll be doing a lot of integrating science, technology, engineering, and mathematics into the agriculture classroom.
This grant has provided us state-of-the-art technology that allows the students to take what they've learned in the classroom and apply it in a real-world setting.
Well, technology just keeps advancing, and so we want our science and our math departments to keep advancing so we can stay as one of the top schools.
With the Monsanto Fund Grant, we were able to install a fodder system and a hydroponic system. The hydroponic system will allow us to supply vegetables and lettuce to the cafeteria at the school.
Without this grant, there's no way we would have got new microscopes.
That grant money is very critical. Without that money, we wouldn't be able to do half the things that we are able to do now.
We believe in rural education because it's important to the ongoing vitality of rural communities. It is the foundation of innovation. It is the foundation of good jobs and agriculture.
We were just blown away with the number of farmers that nominated the school through the grant process, and that was really a coordinated effort.
It's a very important thing, and we all need to do everything we can to support our education for the future.
The financial need is important, but so is the ability to inspire dreams. And the faculty and administrators that are working on these projects are the dreamers.
When we have the opportunity to partner with the Monsanto Fund, it helps educators have their dreams become a reality.
Online education, as it's grown and as it's expanded, has also garnered visibility and recognition in the marketplace. You'll find that in the beginning there was probably a lot of skepticism from employers and the marketplace as it relates to, is this quality education? And I think we are either on the other side of the mountain or on the way down to having that accepted, that online education is quality education, and that employers are accepting those credentials. Are you finding that to be the case as well?
Absolutely. I think in a lot of it is just experience and seeing what's out there. Certainly, we're here at the Granville Studio for Visual Arts. They have a number of art programs available to individuals and students at the primary and secondary level and above. And I'm sure there's some skepticism amongst some people still that, well, how can you possibly be able to teach a subject like art online? But from my perspective, and I've seen many online courses and programs, and I think most of them do a fantastic job of covering the subject matter, engaging the students, and presenting the course in a way that's fun and interesting for consumers and students. So my response to people is, well, why don't you look at the course, take the course, try it, and you'll see, you know, how many good things are going on out there. And I think a lot of employers, you know, have done that, and they are seem to be much more accepting now than ever of online education.
I agree. And not only are they accepting of it, but some of the major employers throughout the country are accepting online education as a means to educate their own workforce, which is exciting. So in the end, I think as time goes, we'll continue to see a greater influx of better and more improved opportunities online.
If you are what you eat, you are what your eyes, ears, and heart consume. We are what we feed each other. We are thoughts and spirits forever rising anew. If you are what you eat, then you can be what you choose. The power to change your health, your life, your world lies only inside of you.
Welcome to Creo Studio. So, what is Creo Studio? Creo Studio is a video-based creative arts program using the tablet to make new and creative ways to express yourself through art making. World-renowned artist and designer Paul Hamilton teaches you how to express yourself more creatively. And the Creo team teaches you all the tools you need to make meaningful art. Go to creostudio.org today and order yours now.
Hi, my name's Paul Hamilton, and I am an artist. Welcome to Orange Couch. What is Orange Couch? Orange Couch is a video-based creative arts program. This is not arts and crafts time. This is real art, real ideas. Every time you order Orange Couch, you're going to receive quality art materials to reach your creative goals. So everything you need is going to be right here and right here. Go to orangecouch.org today and order yours now.
If you are what you eat, you are what your eyes, ears, and heart consume. We are what we feed each other. We are thoughts and spirits forever rising anew. If you are what you eat, then you can be what you choose. The power to change your health, your life, your world lies only inside of you.
My name is Stephen Turnipseed with Lego Education, and you're watching American Ed TV.
After high school, I really want to go to college, for sure.
Well, after high school, I plan on going to college at the University of Kentucky or Duke University, and I plan on majoring in accounting.
I'm really wanting to go to the University of Kentucky and getting a degree in medical and being a pediatrician.
It's more vital than ever that we emphasize to our students that's important to plan for, prepare, and build that road to their future to college, whether that's a college, a vocational school, or just some job skill training that they need to have in the future.
Before 2005, I think everything was fragmented. Everyone was in their own rooms doing their own thing. You didn't really hear the numbers as far as testing, and testing pretty much stayed flatlined.
The overall climate was just, we're not going anywhere. We know we need to go somewhere, but how do we get there, and what do we need to do?
All right, look at number 2. This is what we talked about a second ago. Why were these columns round?
Some of the challenges in working in a rural school are resources, of course, having the resources that you need with the children themselves. Sometimes they're focused on what they have known for some time and don't look for future goals. My beginning initiatives as building principal was to focus on culture and relationships between administrative and staff, between staff and students, and between parents and the community. We focus every day on building those relationships, and I think relationships improve schools.
Here at West Middle, we work not only in department teams, but also in grade level teams. We meet pretty much every day to discuss student progress. We create thematic units with one another. So depending on one another, being responsible to one another and accountable across all the grades to each other, and each other on a team.
We do a lot of formative assessments at West Carter Middle School to check on student learning and to improve instruction.
Some different ways that we use to assess the lesson. For example, today I used a clicker quiz. I also used group work, and I was able to go around and talk one-on-one. Do they get it? And if they're not getting it, I need to reteach right then.
You can think you really did a great job teaching something and the kids will really know it, and then you put it on that clicker quiz and they all miss it. Well, apparently it's something I've done wrong and I need to go back and reteach, re-clarify, give them more guided practice, and that feedback really helps me to do a better job.
I believe as an educator that math and reading skills are the foundations for student success in school and out of school as they grow into college and high school subject areas.
Each child has 2 classes of reading and 2 classes of math every day for the 3 years that they're here. You know, the elementary does that, and that's a really smart thing. Even though I teach science, if the child can read better when they come to me, they're going to be able to do science better. If they can do math better, they're going to be able to do the physics and the chemistry and all of that. So it's a smart thing to do.
The double classes are extremely helpful with the state testing when we get to cover so much more of the curriculum, and it's just, you seem to know the material much better.
We did okay? Okay. Are we seeing more pink than yellow? Because that's what we want to see.
The support we get here from the administration is top-notch. It's basically, what do you need and how can I help you?
Professional development in our school is intentional, it's focused. It is geared toward improving what we do in the classroom, which then will impact the learning of our students. We hope to see them achieve at a higher level, and that is the purpose of professional development in our school.
As you walk through the doors, it's very evident that they are child-focused. They are what's best for kids, and they want to celebrate student successes. Takes great leadership ability, and I feel that both Principal Horsley and Mr. Tackett have the skill sets to do both professionally and personally.
I've learned a whole lot more here, having more classes and having more time with each subject.
And explain how the conflict is resolved. From the very beginning of our novel that we've been reading, you have seen conflict. And then
If you are what you eat, you are what your eyes, ears, and heart consume. We are what we feed each other. We are thoughts and spirits forever rising anew. If you are what you eat, then you can be what you choose. The power to change your health, your life, your world lies only inside of you.
Welcome to Creo Studio. So, what is Creo Studio? Creo Studio is a video-based creative arts program using the tablet to make new and creative ways to express yourself through art making. World-renowned artist and designer Paul Hamilton teaches you how to express yourself more creatively. And the Creo team teaches you all the tools you need to make meaningful art. Go to creostudio.org today and order yours now.
I'm Jeff Livingston from McGraw-Hill Education, and you're watching American Ed TV.
I think the quality of education here is probably the best that I could experience because it prepares us so much for high school, and with the extra help that I've been able to take part in, it helps me prepare even for college.
Walton is our smallest school and was basically struggling with enrollment. We've seen it happen in far too many communities in Kansas. When the school goes, the community's not far behind. We wanted to find a way to take an agriculture theme and make it work, to help our kids be more effective 21st century citizens. And we were very fortunate to receive funding to establish the charter here at Walton.
Walton, it's a good school. It's always been a good school. I had talked to the staff and said, the only way we'll go ahead with this is if everyone is 100% on board. We really wanted to do a lot of integration, project-based learning, and so we just kind of jumped right in and started our own thing.
Good morning, Kenzie. Good morning, Anna. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Toby.
The thing that makes the school special is all of our animals and that we get to work with them. We have our goats and our chickens, and we do science with our chickens. Every morning we go into the chicken coop and we gather the eggs.
They wash them in a disinfecting powder, coat them with mineral oil, check them for cracks, package them. They check and find out how many they're able to sell. We've got a group that's trying to decide what we're going to do with the money that they earn.
And I think getting our kids to consider possibilities that they might not have considered before, using technology to research things, how to use wind energy. Our kids have been using it here on the grounds.
My daughter was a 4th grader, and my husband and I referred to them as windmills. And we were quickly corrected that those are not windmills, those are wind turbines. Windmills pump water, wind turbines make electricity.
We also plant tomatoes and the peppers. Those were planted, I think, last year.
We are not trying to create a whole school of farmers. It's the project-based, hands-on, real-life learning that means a lot to the kids.
So try to make it so that people will be able to find this board and match it up with your paper.
One of our big science objectives is properties, so we were taking the gourds and looking at the properties, and eventually we will make a Venn diagram.
Remember, we decided what shapes are these. A lot of schools use books, doing that repetition work. Here we're doing projects. All right, you find some that are empty?
We take those projects based on student interest and ideas.
Give that one to Braxton. We are making planter boxes for a fundraiser for our classroom.
When we were cutting up the wood, we had to use math because we had to measure the wood to the nearest 1/4 of an inch.
Very good. And so they're getting that hands-on learning. So they're actually learning how to use their knowledge to produce something instead of just repeating it out on paper. Okay, last one.
As far as math skills and measurement, they're learning things at an earlier age, and that makes a big difference.
The kids are in multi-generational groups, and they work on character education. We work on healthy lifestyles. We teach the kids that they can get additional oxygen to their brains by walking, and it helps them be better students.
All right, we'll break up into our 3 groups. Mrs. Black will make their granola. My group, when you're with me, we are going to design the label that goes on it.
What I noticed at Walton is that they are building thinkers, students who are able to problem solve. They're not necessarily students that want information spoon-fed to them. They have higher level of thinking capabilities.
And you think when you look at this, would you buy this granola because of all the colors? Yeah. So when you design your label today, are you going to use a lot of colors?
The thing that we're trying to do is teach kids how to learn, and so they can take that skill once they've gotten excited about something and learned how to investigate and how to problem solve and where to go to do the research and how to contact resources. These are skills that kids are learning that can transfer to anything.
We've had some wonderful partners, and we've seen that our farm families in the area that have really collaborated with us to make this a rich experience.
We do this field trip. Most of my employees work pretty hard to put everything together.
The computer, that's telling us everything this new combine's doing. That GPS is telling us as we go through the field, this combine can collect all the data and stores it on a card.
I really enjoy giving the kids an opportunity to see how they need math and how they need to read. And just makes it a lot easier when you can show them why they need to know that.
feed it to the chickens.
Something that they really focus on is that you are responsible for your own actions. And they learn responsibility with the animals because those animals have to be taken care of.
Does Petey have salt teeth?
My son actually was autistic and went through the program and has now moved on to be a very functional kid.
Now, who will help me?
We have kids coming to school sick because they don't want to stay home.
No more chicken feed for me.
We have always had good test scores. What we have seen since we began the charter is that they have become amazing test scores. We're in the top 5% of schools in the state of Kansas.
This school, I think, has just been a godsend to the town because it's been so successful. And I think our last 3 years of our scores of our kids have really proven that it is a very good way of teaching kids.
They've done some wonderful things here that I think can be replicated. Precious knows we face lots and lots of challenges and lots of problems. I want lots of problem solvers in Washington as well as any place else.
Everybody got a book?
Kids can be excited about learning and want to learn when what they're learning makes sense to them. We have received the Governor's Achievement Award for 2 years, which means we were in the top 5% of schools in the state of Kansas as far as our test scores. Project-based learning really works. It doesn't have to be exactly like ours. Any teacher can take what we've done and include it in their teaching.
If you are what you eat, you are what your eyes, ears, and heart consume. We are what we feed each other. We are thoughts and spirits forever rising anew. If you are what you eat, then you can be what you choose. The power to change your health, your life, your world lies only inside of you.
Hi, my name's Paul Hamilton, and I am an artist. Welcome to Orange Couch. What is Orange Couch? Orange Couch is a video-based creative arts program. This is not arts and crafts time. This is real art, real ideas. Every time you order Orange Couch, you're going to receive quality art materials to reach your creative goals. So everything you need is going to be right here and right here. Go to orangecouch.org today and order yours now.
Hi, I'm Arnie Duncan, U.S. Secretary of Education, and let me tell you how the Obama administration is using technology to help rural educators overcome some of the unique challenges involved in rural schools. What we want to do is build a communities of practice where rural school board leaders, superintendents, teachers, principals can come together, can log on, share best practices about what's working, share common challenges and how to overcome them, and collectively figure out how to give every single child a world-class education. Let me show you how it works. Using any desktop, laptop, tablet, or handheld computer, open a web browser to www.schoolturnaroundsupport.org. Register by using your email and a password. On the home page, you will find various education resources, webinars, and featured content on school turnarounds and a variety of other topics as well. Under Groups, you can join with rural schools and other groups. Select the Members tab to meet other educators from similar communities, begin peer-to-peer conversations, and solve problems together. This online community will focus on turning around chronically low-achieving schools. This is tough, critically important work, and no one should feel like they have to do this work alone.
We got a lot of very smart kids.
It's a big caring community.
Our culture is just very rich.
Everybody holds everybody up.
Everybody pretty much knows everybody.
The kids themselves are very wholesome. They're capable, but they don't always have the tools. They don't always have the options. Some other obstacles get in the way.
This is an area that has been probably overlooked and under-resourced for a long time.
There's generational poverty in many cases, and that generational poverty will just continue unless that cycle is broken.
You see the tradition and you want to make sure that you can make an impact.
If we're going to really improve as a profession, we need collaboration.
This is important work, and to achieve it well, we need to work together to do it.
Everyone has a voice and everyone's a stakeholder.
All the people, because educating everyone takes everyone in a rural community.